Hi, I'm Larry London, and this is Border Crossings. On today's show, we shine the VOA spotlight on singer-songwriter Ryan Shupe. Known for his unique approach to bluegrass music, Ryan is on tour with his rubber band for their latest CD, We Rode On. Ryan grew up surrounded by music as a fifth-generation fiddle player since he was 5. Ryan Shupe was signed in 2005 by Capitol Records and enjoyed chart success that year with the hit song Dream Big. Since that time, he's recorded 8 albums, and his newest CD is a collection of songs that were inspired by his family, love, and maturity. Ryan calls the new CD the best he's done, and certainly the most rockin'. Today, we welcome Ryan Shupe and the Rubber Band to Border Crossings. Hi, this is Border Crossings. Welcome to another great music show. My name's Larry London, and we have Ryan Shupe in our studios. He's on tour right now for a brand new album. So we'd like to welcome to D.C. and to the worldwide audience of the Voice of America, Ryan Shupe. Great to have you here.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Now, I looked at your bio, and I see that the new album We Rode On, you wrote that was this is your best album ever, your best project.
Hey, I love it. It's just great. It has a great sound. You know, the tunes are some that I've been kind of mulling around in my head. They've been rolling around there forever, and they just wanted to get out. It's kind of like they've been pounding on the door and finally dumped them out onto a CD.
What makes this one better than the last one or the one before it? You've been putting out albums, I think, since 2005. So.
Well, you hope to get better and better as time goes on, right? Uh-huh. And so, I think over time you just get better and more seasoned and more mature and smarter.
And the stories on this album? Are they personal stories about your life?
Yeah, they're, some of them have, different. Some songs you write about yourself, and some songs you write about things you observe, some songs you write, about things you read. Mm-hmm. I think as a songwriter, you got to put yourself into other people's shoes, and then that kind of starts to get ideas, and churning around.
Mm-hmm. And how does Ryan Shupe define himself? As a songwriter first or a singer first? And where do you think your strength is, your greatest strength?
Good question. Well, I kind of think that I'm kind of all in one. I played one time at a songwriter thing in the round, and I remember thinking, this doesn't totally, represent me, because part of me is just jamming out on the mandolin and like having a good time, kind of jamming like a jam band. Mm-hmm. But then part of me is like songwriter, but then part of me is, entertainer, and part of,
mm-hmm.
part
of me,
everything. Part of me is bald-headed, skinny white dude.
Where are you from originally? Where did you grow up?
I'm originally from Utah,
mm-hmm.
and I still live there. I couldn't dare move away from the mountains and the skiing and the mountain biking and the rock climbing and the awesome things we have there. So
God's country, beautiful area, Utah. And so the guys in the band, you want to introduce everybody and let us know who's playing along with you?
I can let them speak for themselves over here on the banjo.
My name's Craig Miner. I've been playing with Ryan for 24 years straight, pretty much.
Wow!
Started when we were very young, and I play mostly banjo in this band, mm-hmm. So that's me.
And you said your twin brother is Russell Crowe, is that what you said?
That's right.
Okay. That's what I thought.
And I'm Josh Larson, bass player. I've been playing with Ryan for about a year, and it's been great. It's been a great hang, so.
I'm Jordan Rose, and
he's been playing for about 5 minutes. We just picked him up on the side of the street.
That's it. He was out in front. We couldn't get rid of him.
You look like a drummer, and he's like, easy, cat, I am a drummer.
Yep, nice to meet you guys.
So, so it's bluegrass. Basically, is that what you guys define your format?
It's kind of like rock bluegrass.
Rock? How do you mix that together? I mean, you got the electric guitars, you got the mandolin, banjo.
Well, it's a little more acoustic today because we're kind of in the studio. Sometimes we break out the electric guitars and kind of jam out a little bit more. But it's harder to. It's kind of like comes from that mentality. If you were a true bluegrasser and you're at a bluegrass festival and you saw us, you might, kind of raise a couple eyebrows and say, what in the world are these guys doing here? But if you're, if you're Eddie Vedder and you're looking at our band, you're probably like, those guys are a pretty good bluegrass band. So it kind of depends on your perspective, but, kind of rock bluegrass.
All right. Well, if you guys wouldn't mind doing a song for us, we'd love to hear some music. Ryan Shupe and the Rubber Band.
Yeah, this one is kind of a little more acoustic. And the reason why we picked this song is because, you know how I was saying it's inspired by different things? Mm-hmm. Well, one time I was at the airport and I saw this guy who was being deployed, and he was saying goodbye to his family for probably like a year and a half. And then it all of a sudden made me start thinking, oh man, I'm glad I'm only leaving for like 4 days, And it made me appreciate, the military and what they do. And so since we're here in this area, figured might want to play this song. It's a song called Take Me Home. Sometimes I wonder how I ended up out here, so far away from home, and all the things that I hold dear. And if I close my eyes, I can see your face, walking towards you now, then we embrace. Oh, take me home, it's where I long to be. Take me home, it's where I long to see you and me, and everything the way it's supposed to be. Oh, take me home, oh, take me home, take me home. I knew I said I'd make it back, but I don't know. The good times that we had seem like they're from a time so long ago. But in my dreams at night, I can see me there again. We laugh just like we did back then. Oh, take me home, it's where I long to be. Take me home, it's where I long to see you and me, and everything the way it's supposed to be. Oh, take me home, oh, take me home, oh, take me home. And all these miles and miles between us, they seem like they're farther every day. And all these broken lines in space between us seem like they're heading the wrong way. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, take me home, where I long to be. Take me home, it's where I long to see you and me, and everything the way it's supposed to be. Oh, take me home, oh, take me home, oh, take me home, oh, take me home. Take me home, oh, take me home, oh, take me home.
All right, sounding great. Ryan Shupe, The Rubber Band. What's the story behind the name The Rubber Band?
Oh, The Rubber Band. Actually, initially, it was so long ago, and I was kind of just playing around, and I talked to a buddy of mine, and I said, hey, I want to come open for you. And he said, well, do you have a band? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, turn to my sister, what should I call it? She's like, well, you don't even know who's in it. Just call it The Rubber Band. I was like, yeah, I got a band called Ryan Shupe and The Rubber Band. And then I called some buddies, hey, I got this gig, and then the name just kind of stuck. But so now that we're kind of a little more steady, we just say it's because we do yoga.
Well, it works. Ryan Shupe and The Rubber Band. I like that. It's catchy, very catchy. Now, you've had 8 albums out throughout your recording career. I know you've been doing music a lot longer than just since '96 when you put out the first one.
Yeah.
But 8 albums since then, and so you went from independent to a major label. Where are you today in the new album?
Independent again. We're kind of an indie artist. So, we were signed to the major label. They were awesome. They were great. And, just, a lot of people have had that story where they go to a label and some of the people that, loved them kind of moved to a different label. And so then we just kind of went out on our own, and now we're just out promoting this kind of stuff. And, in some ways it's good because you kind of have control of your own destiny.
Right. A lot of people strive to get to the major label contract, but then once you're there, it's all business, and it there's a lot of the art is lost in that because it becomes so much about business.
Yeah.
And then people who went back to independent labels are very happy there.
Yeah, well, it is great. They buy you lots of clothes. That's cool.
And they spent no expense on your wardrobe, I can tell. But 2005, just kidding. 2005, you struck big with Dream Big.
Yeah.
Now, that puts a lot of pressure on you right there when you've got a top 20 hit, I guess it was.
Yeah. Well, that song, it has a certain spirit about it. People just love that song. They just gravitate toward it. Even now, almost every week I get emails and letters from people saying that this song has helped them through some kind of hard time. We get people coming to shows, after the show, they're literally come up crying saying, I'm so glad I was here. That was my song. It helped me through these times. So it's really cool to be able to be a part of, something, like that. Hopefully we can kind of help people out.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure as a songwriter, there's many kinds of rewards, obviously monetary, but the fact that, people know the words to your song, the people are listening to it, you can hear it on the radio, all of that's reward. But when somebody has a personal story of how your music actually helped the person or their family, that's really got to take it to a whole new level.
Yeah, it's really great. I just feel lucky to be a part of it. I just sit back and think, wow, that's really cool. At least you kind of hope you're doing something to lift people up in the world,
Mm-hmm. And I know that you have written songs about your kids, too, which a lot of songwriters, artists don't tend to do. They shy away from the personal stuff.
Yeah, actually, we're going to play a song that I kind of wrote for, I have written a couple songs about my kids. As you get a little older, when you're younger, you just kind of write songs about, what you write. And then when you get older, you have kids, and then you start watching them, and it kind of inspires some ideas. And so, this song in particular, I kind of wrote as like a little mantra, to them so they could kind of, because you watch them and they're going to have their struggles and different things, but I wanted something they could kind of take with them a little.
So Rocky had "I Have the Tiger." Ryan's kids have this song.
All right. Well, you've let us into it. What's it called?
It's called "The Sun Will Shine Again."
Ryan Shupe and the Rubber Band.
1, 2, 3, 4. The stars fell out of the sky, and it seems like suddenly your story's gone awry, and all your friends are gone, and you're all alone, and you seem so far away, you just can't make it home. Remember this, remember that. Oh, the sun will shine again. Oh, the sun will shine again. Oh, yeah, the sun will shine again. If I had wings to fly, I'd be there by and by. I swear I'd make it there before the morning light. I'd hold you in my arms, and I'd sing you lullabies. I'd tell you everything is gonna be alright. So raise your eyes, raise your head. Oh, the sun will shine again. Oh, the sun will shine again. Oh, yeah, the sun will shine see your face. You're running now, you've won the race, but you fall down, lose your way. I can only watch and pray that these words will make it there. Oh, the sun will shine again. 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 Oh, yeah, the sun will shine again. Oh, yeah. Oh, the sun will shine again. Oh, yeah, the sun will shine again.
Yeah, sounding great. Ryan Shupe in our studios here on Border Crossings today. So what are the kids' names?
Oh, I got Riley, Trevor, Gavin, Reagan. So girl, boy, boy, girl.
And when you told them this is for you guys, what was their response?
Well, they're pretty young, so I don't think they totally know the implication of it. But they love it. They always, they're always. I mean, they're great because they come to a show and you know, as soon as we start playing, you know, the youngest one will just get up and start jamming out, and she's hard to contain themselves. But they
What's
love
the
it.
age span?
10 down to
10
4.
down. Well, 10 gets it. 10 is, you know, they're into the radio now and in the pop music, so
Yeah.
they know Dad's a music star. And they probably come to the shows, and they're probably
Yeah.
in awe of other fans are screaming for their father.
they do love it. Yeah, it's funny to see how they say, Dad, that guy in the store, he knew who you were. Well, yeah.
Do you ever run music by him and say, what do you think of this song? Or
Oh, that's actually a good idea. No, you know, actually I do. Sometimes I'll ask them, hey, what did you guys think about that show? Or what do you think about this song idea? And, you know, they'll say, yeah, I like that. You know, so they're pretty good. And they do play some violin. And on our Christmas shows that we do, they come play a couple songs.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
fun,
It's great
yeah.
research to have, you know, a house full of kids that can
Yeah, I know.
tell
I
you
need to
what's
make
going
a
on.
kids album now. So I
That's
can-
it. You're stuck.
Do you like this song?
And so, touring-wise, do you travel the world a lot? Or
You know, we don't get out internationally as much as we'd like to, but hey, now we're on this show, right?
That's right.
So we could
You're
probably-
out now, Ryan
Yeah,
Shupe, and anybody wants to book you.
Yeah,
and they're
exactly.
listening.
Hey, we're there. Yeah, we play, you know, mostly in the U.S. You know, we have a big following out in the West, but we get out here. Of course, we're here, and we come out here, as much as we can. But yeah, we tour around and try and balance that between family life, and so that's it's the tricky balance. But we
Right.
do a
I
pretty good
read
job.
where your live shows are awesome. I mean, you know, to come out and see you in concert, that's really
yeah.
it's
It's
an
really fun.
event.
Yeah, we love to entertain. I don't like when you come to a show and you you know, you just go away thinking, well, I could have just played the CD and got the same out of it. Right.
Right.
I think when you come, you need to put as much effort into the show as you do into the music. So.
And you do festivals, lots of festivals, and you do the smaller venues. Is there a preference? Because there's the 50,000 people crowd, and then there's the, you know, several hundred or several thousand.
They all have their own charm. I like the intimate kind of performing arts center kind of things, for the reason that the audience is really there listening. But you know, on the other hand, if you play a festival and everybody's just there to have a good time and you can turn it up, you know, that's a lot of fun too. So
You can jump into the crowd.
Exactly.
If you want.
with my banjo,
A little crowd surfing.
Crowd
with
surfing.
you, with your banjo. But so, I mean, you know, the touring sounds great. What's been the highlight for you so far? I mean, hearing your song Dream Big on the radio, or is there other highlights?
Yeah, that is a highlight. You know, I remember when I was in a gas station one time and the song came on, but it was kind of like, I was like, that's me on the radio, but I didn't have anybody to tell it.
Right. They're saying,
Hey, you're ringing my drink up, but that's me. You know,
You wanted to
but-
tell the
sure,
clerk.
buddy.
Yeah,
No, you're not getting a free Slurpee. I'm sorry.
You know, yeah, playing festivals is fun. You know, you sometimes just have those shows where everything just goes right and it's just magical. You know, you just play and everybody's into it. It's a great night. It's really pretty, and those are the times that you live for. And so you know that's the highlight. And I love that. I live for that stuff.
And music's been. I'm sorry.
Some of the other highlights are like when the van explodes in the middle of Nevada. That's fun as well.
And you have to change the tire on a flat.
That's right.
Those are highlights you'll never forget.
Gas line breaks and you lose all your gas in the middle of the desert.
And people don't realize that. They don't understand what you guys go through when you're traveling and touring. There's all kinds of, like the rest of us regular folk, we have flat tires. You guys get flat tires and car trouble.
Yeah, we get flat tires occasionally on our Learjet, but
that's it. Why not? Have the chauffeur
often.
come and change it. You know? You have a family full of musicians, I understand. You 5 generations of fiddle players?
Yeah, I'm a 5th generation fiddler. So, all my cousins play. And then my grandma had a dance band that she played. And then, so there's all these kind of journals from, my great-great-grandpa. He's like, I'm throwing my fiddle on my back. I'm going to go play at the local dance and stuff like that. So, yeah, it kind of runs in my family.
So what would you be doing if you weren't doing this?
Oh, man, I don't know. I originally started in college thinking that I would do, some kind of video editing, kind of something with media, kind of advertising. But, then I formed a band in college, and because everybody wants a band in college. And I just said, I'll just keep playing it as long as it makes sense. And I just felt like that's what I should do. And so I still feel like that, so I'm just going to keep doing it.
And be honest, you formed the band for the girls, right? I mean, that's what every
that's
guy
what in
says.
College, of course. You
that's
formed the
it,
band for the girls.
For the girls. To
That's
get the girls.
That's why I picked the banjo.
That's such a sexy instrument.
The girls resist.
That's what I was told, anyway.
So you guys are on social media. How do people find you on
We do
Twitter,
have a funny
Facebook,
song about the banjo called Banjo Boy, and
you
it talks
do?
all about that stuff, about how he wants to be a rock star,
Coming of
all
age.
this stuff, but then it's like, I play the banjo, so you should check that out.
Social media, Facebook, stuff like that. Twitter,
Yeah,
if
Ryan
people want to
Shupe-
find you.
RyanShupe.com, the website, go there. We have different links to Facebook and all that stuff, but that's kind of the hub.
Right, and you tour endlessly. So when do you get to spend time with the kids?
We actually kind of don't go out on tons of long stretches. We just usually, like last weekend, we were up in Portland and Seattle, and then we went home, and then this weekend we're here, and then we go back, and so we kind of come back and forth, and so we try and balance it out pretty well.
Some bands do the 2 or 3 months at a time. We do 2 or 3 days at a time typically. So
okay.
It's a little more comfortable for the family.
That's great. I mean, if you all have families, I think probably most of you do, if not all of you. That is a great schedule.
I mean, Jordan, he's still single, so ladies.
There you go, ladies.
Woo!
Worldwide ladies. He's single and ready to mingle, right? Is that what they say? We Rode On. So that's also the song on the album. You chose that to be the title of the album. Why? Why the connection? Why did this song stand out beyond the others on the?
Well, I think it's. I think the song We Rode On is just kind of like kind of a moving forward kind of anthem, And so I thought that would be a cool title track, and it just has that feel of kind of youthful movement, and so that's kind of why I picked that song. And
Great.
it talks about singing songs to the top of your lungs and driving around. So yeah, that's kind of where that idea came from.
8th CD. It's out now. People can get it around the world, iTunes and Amazon, and I assume there are links on your web page as well.
You can download it on iTunes, Amazon, wherever they can. If they want to just order the CD, just go to our website. It's easy. Just, order there. It gets shipped out.
All right, Ryan Shupe and the Rubber Band. You're going to do one more for us?
We're going to do one more. This is the one you mentioned before, Dream Big, which is probably one of our most popular songs. The most requested for us, and it's a song of hope, so it goes like this. 2, 3, 4. When you cry, be sure to dry your eyes, 'cause better days are sure to come. And when you smile, be sure to smile wide, and don't let them know that they have won. And when you walk with pride, don't show the hurt inside, because the pain will soon be gone. And when you dream big as the ocean blue. When you dream, it might come true. When you dream big. When you laugh, be sure to laugh out loud, it will carry all your cares away. And when you see the beauty all around and in yourself, and it will help you feel okay. And when you pray for straight, to help you carry on when the troubles come your way. When you dream, dream big, as big as the ocean blue. 'Cause when you dream, it might come true. When you dream, dream big. When you laugh, be sure to laugh out loud, 'cause it will carry all your cares away. And when you see the beauty all around and in yourself, it will help you feel okay. And when you pray for strength to help you carry on when the troubles come your way. When you dream, dream big, as big as the ocean blue. 'Cause when you dream, it might come true. When you dream, dream big. When you dream, dream big, as big as the ocean blue. When you dream, it might come true. When you dream, dream big.
Sounding great. Ryan Shupe, the Rubber Band, right here on Border Crossings. 11 years have passed by since you released that song. I mean, does it seem like an instant? I mean,
seems like an instant. Well, you know, we've had a lot of good adventures, and we just released that version on our new CD, kind of a reworked version, because we felt like, you know, it's been 10 years. It's time for a new, you know, a little fresh take on that. So.
What's the future hold? What's the plan for the next 6 months, 8 months?
Well, world domination kind of comes to mind.
More touring,
you know,
just kind of the same story for a musician. Always.
Yeah, you know, we're like we say, we're out promoting this thing. We're you know, going to different markets. Probably heading down to California, heading to Colorado. You know, we're out here. We're going to Arizona tomorrow, and so, you know, just always spreading the word. We have a really strong, you know, fan base, and you know, when people come to the show, they kind of realize, you know, what it's like, and they kind of know that we're a lot of fun, and so then they come back to the show and bring more people and their families and stuff like that. So yeah, we just keep playing and having a good time.
You're in good company, I guess. From Utah, you have Shadazy and Neon Trees. You know, you have some big bands.
Yeah, Imagine Dragons,
Also, yeah.
the Osmonds.
Well, the Osmonds. There you go.
And yeah, we pretty much get together with them every week. You know, a little lunch, sit down and talk about world domination.
Well, we're happy to have you in our studios, Ryan, and thank you guys all for coming in. And
thank you.
And you sound great. Love the sound, and love the new CD, which is We Rode On.
Yeah,
the
thank
name
you.
of the album. So get a copy of that. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Ryan Shupe and the Rubber Band, right here on Border Crossings. I'm Larry London. This is VOA TV.